Running Google Ads without the right targeting is like parking your car with no mirrors. It's possible, but it's also stressful. What if I told you you can actually make your budget work twice as hard if you target the right location? In this video, I'm going to show you the location targeting strategy that allow your ad budget to go twice as far. I'm Jay Guyton. I've managed over 10 million in ad spend across various industries, and the location targetings that I'm showing you today has consistently delivered hundreds of leads monthly for my clients. To make your ad budget stretch further, we'll dive into how to leverage hyperlocal targeting to maximize impact, and how to exclude locations for instant boost in performance, and how to scale location targeting to capture more leads. If you're not using these location targeting strategies, not only will you be throwing money away, but also be missing out on local customers that's looking to buy your product or service. So let's talk about the two ways that we can approach location targeting. You have local and national here. And so for a local business, you're basically targeting a location for your local area for and service that you provide in that area. For national or international location targeting, this is for a business that can serve customers across a wider geographical area. So for example, a business that can target the whole US versus just the state of Texas, for example. So let's start with local targeting. And so with local targeting, you don't want to start with the whole state in mind. You definitely want to start with a smaller service area, especially if you have a small budget. And so as you can see here, I want to show a quick example of what that looks like. So let's say this client has a budget of $2,000 and they want to fish for new leads in this big pond, but they're only able to capture only 3 leads out of this pond versus when they target a smaller service area. Let's say instead of targeting the whole state, they're just targeting postal codes. And so within this postal code, you can see that we're able to get more leads out of that smaller area versus targeting a more larger area with that small budget. And so we're able to get tons of more fish, aka leads, out of this location targeting area that we're targeting. So let me show you what that looks like inside of Google Ads. So now that we're inside of one of my test accounts, I want to click on the settings or gear icon next to the campaign, and then click on location targeting. And then from here, you want to click on advanced search. But before we do that, here's one of the recommendation options that I recommend that you set when you're setting up any new campaign. But you really want to set your location options to presence. And this is allowing Google to only show your ads to people that's inside of their location targeting that you're targeting. If you have it set to presence or interested, it will allow your ads to show for people that are outside of that location targeting that are interested in your service or product inside of your location target, if that makes sense. So let's click on advanced search and we'll pull up this map here. And so from here, you can see that we have the whole city of Dallas highlighted. But it's a lot of people in Dallas. And what I want to do is break this down into different parts so that our budget can really be, so when we're ready to optimize, we can see which parts of Dallas that we want to show or put more money and focus our ad spend on so we can better perform on a monthly or a weekly basis. So what we want to do is hit this icon here and then drop down to postal codes. And so instead of targeting the whole city of Dallas, we can just break it down by postal codes. And then you want to select each and every one inside of this. And what that allows you to do is when you go into your where my ads are showing portion inside of your ad account or your campaign, you can see which postal code is actually or zip code is actually performing best. And then you can exclude the ones that aren't performing best and leave the ones that are basically like your top performers over time. And so this is what that looks like. And then let's say if we remove the whole city, we have this targeted area here, but it's only broken down granularly. by zip codes. And so that allows us to basically pick and choose which one works. And then over time, while you're optimizing your campaign, you can say, oh, West Dallas doesn't really perform well because I'm getting tons of clicks there, but no one's converting. And you can remove it, or you can actually exclude it from the actual campaign itself. So your ads won't show in this location area. And I've seen this postal code location targeting work so well for my clients. And if you click this right here, you can see some of my past results that I've got from my clients. So now that we have the location targeting broken down by zip codes, what I'm about to show you next is basically how you can see which zip codes are performing well. So what you want to do is select the campaign that you have the zip code targeting set up, and then hit insights and reports and go to when and where my ads showed, and then go to match. And then from here, you'll see like a US symbol, and you can click into it and show all the zip codes. So let me jump into one of my active accounts to show you exactly what that looks like. All right, so here's one of my active accounts. And so if I was to click on the United States here and then select postal codes, it basically shows all the postal codes that this campaign is targeting or its ads are showing for. And then from here, you have all your performance metrics where you can segment or filter by cost. And then from here, you see that this is the top. And then from here, you can see that this zip code is our highest spending zip code, and it has 3 conversions. But then if we scroll down a little bit, we have this one right here that's a little bit less, but it has 0 conversions. And then over time, we can keep an eye on this zip code and see if it actually converts over time. And if not, then we could basically exclude it from the campaign and keep our top performing zip codes that way. So that's one of the ways that you can actually optimize your accounts by location targeting, and just using that granular location targeting breakdown so that you're making your budget work for you and being able to stretch it and not have it stretched too thin to where you're showing up everywhere. You're only showing up in locations where it makes sense and where your ad spend is actually working and you're getting conversions and leads from it. So now let's talk about national and international location targeting. Now, what I do recommend is that you start out with the states within the whole United States that you've known or have proven to convert or generate sales. And how do you get that information? You basically pull that information from your customer data. And if you see that, let's say Florida, Texas, and Alabama are your top converting states that brings in majority of the leads, those are the states that you want to start with versus targeting the whole United States. But if you do have enough budget to where you can cover the whole United States and be able to basically over time prune out those states that aren't working, I want to show you what that looks like and how you can optimize our location targeting state by state. All right, so now we're back inside of the ad account. And like I say, want to hit the gear icon and then head over to locations and then advanced search. And let me remove some of this and just type in United States here. And so that's what that looks like when you target the whole United States. But what we want to do is let's make it more granular to where we can control where our spend is going over time. And so we want to click add locations in bulk and then copy paste all the 50 states inside of here and then hit search. And what that will do is pull up all the location targetings for each state within the US, and then you want to hit target all. And so now I have all the targets for each state broken down by basically state by state, and then we hit save. And just like I said earlier, you can go back to where my ads are showed, and then just to optimize, you can go into that and see which states are performing well, and then you can exclude or remove the states that aren't performing well and put your budget towards more. So put your budget towards the states that are working the best. So now that you know my location targeting strategies that will help you hyper target your ideal customer, whether you're a local business or a national business. And I want to offer you a free strategy called if you need help with setting up these campaigns or just optimizing campaigns to help your business get more leads, whether you're a local business owner or a marketing agency that needs white labeling services. Click the link down below to schedule a free strategy call with me and see if I can help you out and get you more results with your campaigns. And if you want to see how this whole process of building out a Google Ads campaign comes to place, click this video right here because I'll show you just that.